Husky Game Prep is brought to you by Gate City Bank, proud supporter of your Huskies. Stop by and ask us about our low interest rates to finally buy that new snowmobile or ice house you've been waiting for. Contact any of our 43 locations across North Dakota and central Minnesota, and of course around the St. Cloud area. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey Huskies fans, welcome back into another episode of Huskies Game Prep. I'm Sam Getzinger, and before we get into the nitty-gritty today, I want to remind you that season tickets for the upcoming hockey season for St. Cloud State, they're up right now, and you can purchase them. If you get a season ticket package, you get tickets to men's games and women's games, and you can purchase those on SCSUtickets.com. All right, let's get into Huskies Game Prep, and we're going to welcome in a recurring guest, a friend of the show, Mick Hatton. Mick, long time no see. It's a pleasure to have you back.
Well, thanks so much for having me on again.
Now, Mick, the schedule for the upcoming men's hockey season has been released, and in my opinion, this may be the best schedule in program history, but I want to get your thoughts on this. What are some of the takeaways you see looking up and down the schedule?
Well, I think the first thing that strikes you is it's a very tough schedule. Minnesota coming in, defending Big Ten playoff champions. Wisconsin's the Big Ten defending regular season champions. St. Thomas coming in, their first season as an NCAA Division I program, so that'll be interesting to see. That'll open up the schedule. That'll be fascinating on a lot of different levels. Then Minnesota State Mankato. That's a team, obviously, that St. Cloud State played in the national semifinals, played a great game against those guys. They're the defending WCHA regular season champions. Bemidji State made it to a regional final in the NCAA tournament last season. So the non-conference schedule is extremely difficult. For a team that's got a lot coming back, it'll be a good challenge for them.
And Mick, one of the most intriguing games on the schedule is coming on October 16th when the Huskies take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers on homecoming for St. Cloud State. Now, this could be the most important game or the biggest game in program history for St. Cloud State men's hockey. You have brothers in the mix, Brodzinskis, the Perbixes. You have Coach Mochko returning back to the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center. Coach Larson taking on the Gophers for the first time as a head coach. What can we expect from that game on homecoming?
Yeah, obviously the Gophers are like Bob Motzko teams were here. I mean, they're a team that's going to want to get up and down the ice. They're going to want to play offense. A lot of really talented players on that team. Bryce Brodzinski, Jack Perbix, a couple of guys for the Gophers who have brothers, Nick Perbix and Easton Brodzinski for St. Cloud State. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Easton is able to bounce back and will be in the lineup, I guess, for that one that early in the season. But there's always intrigue, I guess, with that, just because it's an in-state rival. When people think about St. Cloud State rivals over the years, St. Cloud State and Minnesota come to mind for Huskies fans. With Garrett and Bob coming back for the first time since they left in 2018, that'll be interesting to hear the response from the fans. I would imagine there'll be some cheers and maybe even some boos on that one. But those guys obviously contribute an awful lot to this program over the years. But now they're going to be on the opposing side.
Well, Mick, it's going to be a fun year for St. Cloud State men's hockey coming up next season. But we can't forget about the women's hockey team. Their conference schedule was released for the WCHA, and of course the Huskies are going to be taking on teams like the Golden Gophers, the Badgers, the defending national champions, and even a new team in the conference, the Tommies from St. Thomas. What do you like from their schedule?
Well, I think first of all, I mean, does it get any tougher for them right out of the gate in the WCHA than playing the defending national champions? Got Wisconsin right off the bat, so I mean that's going to be an extremely tough test for them right out of the gate. Again, with St. Thomas joining the WCHA this season, will be real interesting to see, I guess, how that St. Thomas team plays against St. Cloud State for the first time, where maybe kind of they figure to be in the conference battle. The Gophers obviously are the other team that everybody comes to everybody's mind, I guess, as the power. But Ohio State, is another team that in the last few seasons has firmly established themselves as one of the top 3 teams in the conference. So that conference is not getting any easier. St. Cloud State made a nice step last season. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to kind of move up a little bit this next season.
Mick, it's always a pleasure to have you here on Huskies Game Prep. I hope you enjoy your off season. It's always been great to chat. Now, before we go here on Huskies Game Prep, I want to remind you that season tickets for the upcoming hockey season are now available, and be sure to head on over to SCSUtickets.com to get your season tickets. And when you purchase season tickets, you don't only get men's season tickets, you get women's season tickets as well. So you get twice the fun, and it's going to be a fun year, as you just heard, for SCSU hockey on both the men's and women's side. So that'll do it here for Huskies Game Prep. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here next time.